everybody. Yes, it's a good morning. It's Monday morning. It's the start of a new week. And we are live. We are live here. And first of all, if you're watching and it isn't Monday morning at 11 o'clock, the 23rd of September, you're watching on playback. But if it is 11:01 on Monday morning, you're watching live. If you're watching live on Facebook or on YouTube, please first of all say hello. Just say hello. Let us know where you're watching on. And also, if you've got any questions, please ask us those questions. Yeah. Right. We have an amazing, this is a once in a lifetime, folks, a once in a lifetime hosted cruise. I'll introduce, first of all, from PFC HQ, we have the lovely Jess. Hi, Jess.
Hiya, Pete. Good morning. How are you?
I am so excited to talk about this cruise. I really am,
Me
Jess.
too. It's a fantastic opportunity. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, and please ask us any questions. And we are so proud to have a very special guest. You can see from Hurtigruten. So we've given you an idea already of who we're going to be cruising with. David, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you very much. Really looking forward to talking about this with all your customers. Exciting.
It's exciting. Right. We've given everybody an opportunity to get in on the live, yeah? So hopefully you're all here. We will go through everything again. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, also please subscribe to our channel and please click the live. Okay, folks, let's go for it. This is exciting. It's a hosted cruise. And first of all, I am so excited to announce I will be the host on this amazing cruise. So Jess, please talk us through it.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a Northern Lights cruise, which is something we are very excited to announce. It's going to be departing in January 2025, the 8th of January. 11 nights on this beautiful Hurtigruten Kong Harald. There she is right there. She's a smaller vessel, which I'm sure Dave will talk you through later. So here's the itinerary for this one. Again, you're going to have to excuse my pronunciation on some of these. We know we struggle with the Norwegian words, but we're flying from Gatwick, Heathrow or Manchester to Bergen. Day 2, Alesund. We've got Trondheim, Bodo, Tromsø. Tromsø, I believe, is the one where you can do that head husky dog sledding excursion. We've got Honningsvåg, Kirkenes, Hammerfest. This is the one I can never pronounce. Svolvær. We'll go with that. Yeah, Trondheim, and then we're going to fly back to the UK.
And this is where you're going, where we are going. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. This is
so lucky, Pete.
It is once in a lifetime. It's like, wow. You're talking about the Arctic Circle here. We'll talk about the Arctic Circle in a while. And this is an overview, Jess.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah. So as you can see in big bold across the top, we have a no tipping policy on board. It's also worth pointing out that we have Wi-Fi included, which is complimentary throughout the ship and in your cabin. There's coastal experience teams on board, which can talk you through all of the voyage, sharing their own stories and culture about Norway, etc. And yeah, you can talk to the team and sign up for this. So it's an exciting one. Here's the voyage overview with some beautiful visuals of the Northern Lights. So get unique insight and knowledge about the Arctic sky and the greatest light show on Earth, the Aurora Borealis, on this popular voyage along the beautiful Norwegian coast. This unique voyage is accompanied by special lectures, experts on astronomy, and expeditions to see the Northern Lights. Through the series of lectures and a guided tour of the night sky from the deck of the ship, your lecturer will bring our galaxy's stars, planets, and meteors closer, whilst also exploring the numerous myths and legends linked to the constellations in our skies.
Superbly done. Wow, David, we are so excited. But it's all about the deal, folks. It's all about the deal. And Jess, please talk us through. This is an incredible deal, if you ask me.
It's such good value for what you're getting as well. So as you can see there, we've got insides from 1999. We've got the partial outsides with the portholes from 2335, your clear view outsides from 2585, and the Arctic superiors from 2879. Now, as you can see as well, we've got no solo supplement, no tipping policy, and indirect regionals available, folks, at £99. And those will be Bristol, Bournemouth, Leeds, Newcastle, Glasgow, and Birmingham. So a nice selection for you too.
Wow. And That is an amazing deal. You know, folks, this is the number to call. Yeah, grab this while you can. This really is once in a lifetime bucket list cruise. That's the number. PFC TV 029 2061 19961. Obviously, you can also email us as well. And you've got passionforcruises.co.uk is our website. We are open until 7 o'clock today. 7 o'clock today. So please give the team a call. And if you have any questions, please ask us, because we have David, who's just literally just come back off a ship, you know, in Norway from Hurtigruten. David, welcome to our show. We are so happy to have you on board.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Jess, you did a great job in pronouncing those difficult names.
Thank you.
I was telling the team earlier, I've started doing a Norwegian Duolingo to try and get the language myself, but it's not an easy one, but you did it great.
Thank
and
you.
what we're gonna do, please ask David any question. David's going to explain exactly what to expect, because I'm really excited about doing some of these amazing excursions. I really am. But if you don't know anything about Hurtigruten, just watch this for 1 minute.
Don't visit Norway. Don't visit Bergen, Tromsø, or Lofoten. We built the foundation of the Norwegian coastline for you to live it, feel, taste, breathe Norway, dive into our history, and listen to untold stories. Understand where we come from and learn where we're heading. Care for the coast we sail on, as we have done for generations, and will continue to do for generations to come. Travel like us and become a part of who we are. So when our paths cross again, we'll greet each other like old friends. So don't just visit. Live the legend of Norway.
I want to go now. I want to go right now, literally. Doesn't that just show you? It really paints a picture. Now, folks, you can do this. It's an incredible bucket list. It is once in a lifetime. Some of the excursions we can do are amazing. And that is all. That's an incredible deal. It really is. So, David, please talk about yourself, introduce yourself, Hurtigruten, and explain about what we can expect in this amazing cruise.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you very much for inviting me on. Very excited to be here. As you mentioned, I've just literally come back from Bergen on Saturday, so just a couple of days ago. I've just experienced one of our cruises. So we sailed from Tromsø, which is sort of by the Arctic Circle, south down to Bergen. So fresh off the ship. And that's why I look a little bit tired and a bit haggard, because we had such a great time exploring Norway. And it really is. And if you've never been to Norway before, that Norwegian coast is just a phenomenal place. And what you probably don't realise is just how large that area is. And that coastline of Norway is the second biggest coastline in the world, just behind Canada. So there's a lot to explore. There's a lot to see there. There's 50,000 islands that make up Norway, and there's 1,700 fjords. So it's a big place to go and explore. And the best way, and probably the only real way that you can do that, is by one of these Hurtigruten ships, which it has been around for a long time. And the history of this company is fantastic. So if you want me to tell you a little bit about how Hurtigruten came about, I'll happily do so.
Please do.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we've been going since 1893, so it's over 130 years now. So we've got a lot of experience when it comes to the Norwegian coast. And the reason why we came about was because if you can imagine Norway 130 years ago, getting from one place to another took ages. If you're going inland, there's so many mountains, there's so many fjords. Just to deliver a letter would take a few days, even a few weeks, to get from one village to another. So they had to find a way to try and bring Norway together. So those wonderful fishing villages at the north could sell some of their wonderful produce to those people in the south. So it was given to a guy called Hurtigruten, and his job was to try and bring Norway together. And over the years, and certainly back in 1893, a route was put together to get the south connected to the north. And this route was put into place. And what happened then is that Norway just opened up, and it meant that all these different villages and all these different towns were suddenly connected by the coast. And that hadn't happened before. And what it actually had done is brought the north to the south and the south to the north together in a fast way. And the word Hurtigruten is actually Norwegian for the fast route. So if you're wondering why Hurtigruten has got such a strange and funny name, it literally means the fast route, and that's what was put together back in 1893. So that's the history. And as the years have gone on, we've just been utilising this service, and Norway's been utilising this service to bring people to other towns and cities. Great Auntie Maud's birthday they could go and visit, the family could go and visit them, because previously it wasn't possible, but now they can. Fish, livestock, cargo, people just could be transported across Norway. Now, as the years have gone on, the ships are filled more and more with tourists like yourself, Pete, and the wonderful people that will be travelling with you. But it still is used by the Norwegians to get from A to B and to get cargo from A to B. And even, you might even see the odd mailman on there who jumps off at midnight and drops off his post to these little villages that don't see anybody until the mailman comes again the next week. So it's a fantastic way, a real in-depth, localized Norwegian way to see a country, unlike any other way of doing it. You wouldn't be able to do this by road. No other cruise line can do this. It really is a very special, unique type of experience.
I mean, it's amazing history. It really is, David. Thank you so much for that. I cannot wait. And please talk about what we can expect from this cruise. And members, please do ask questions as well. Got a great opportunity to ask David a question live. So, David, what can we expect from this cruise?
Well, first of all, you're going to be starting off in Bergen, so you'll be flying over to Bergen, which in itself is a great place. And yeah, as I say, I've just come back from there a couple of days ago. I know you guys have been there as well and experienced it. So again, if people are calling up and want to speak and find out a little bit about Bergen, then there are experts at Passion for Cruises who know all about it. But it's a lovely place, and that's where the cruise will start. Now, you're going in January, and so January it will be snowy, it will be cold. In places like Bergen, the temperature will be about freezing, 2 degrees, something like that. But it has between 8 to 10 hours of light, which is always good to know. So you'll be able to see what's going on for all these places that you're going to. But as you work your way up the coast, and I think you might have a little picture of the coastal cruise that we're doing somewhere.
I do.
There we go. Yes, so starting off right down in the south there to Bergen, and you'll be stopping off at all of these different ports over that period of time. And you can see that line straight across the middle. That's the Arctic Circle. And you'll be sort of around the Tromsø area. So working your way up, you'll be stopping off at lots of different ports. Sometimes you'll be there for 3 or 4 hours. Sometimes you might be there just for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. But if the ship stops for a short amount of time, it will be at night time, and it will be when you're in bed. So if you're working your way up north and the ship stops for a short amount of time, you'll actually get to experience that stop on the way back down, because you'll be stopping off there a little bit longer on the southern way. So you won't miss out on any of these places. It's just the way that the cruise is set up and originated for the way that it's used.
And we cross the Arctic Circle. So is there a ceremony that we do when we cross the Arctic Circle, Dave? Because I'm so looking forward to this.
Yes, yeah, and I'm really looking forward to seeing pictures of you going through the ceremony as well. This will be great to see. So there is a ceremony. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, because it is all about the experience when you're there. But some colleagues of mine did it just last week, and I've seen the pictures, and it looks great, and it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Now, talk us about some of the excursions. We've got some of these once-in-a-lifetime excursions that we can do that I was looking at, and I'm thinking that, wow. I mean, for instance, the snowmobile, that looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're of the type of people that like Hurtigruten are people that like to explore. If you've done sort of coach journeys, or you're a traveller yourself and you want to see the real places that you're going to, then this is a great way of doing it. You're not going to be seeing the fjords from afar. You're going to be up close and personal. You're going to be right in the backyards of the people that work on these ships. You're going to be experiencing their neighbourhoods. You're going to be experiencing where they've grown up. So the excursions are going to come literally from the heart, from the people that work on board those ships. Will be showing you their backyard, basically. So you can do as much or as little as you want. If you're an explorer, if you're an adventurer and you want to go snowboarding, you want to go dog sleighing, great, you can do that. That is on board. That is the sort of thing that you can do, and especially in January when it's going to be a really lovely snowscape. What a great way to experience it.
And what I was going to say, by the way, David, on those excursions, these are once in a lifetime. I'm definitely up for the snowboarding. I'm definitely up for the dog sleighing and many of the other ones as well. Yeah. But what we can do, David, these to get booked up quite quickly, don't we? We can book these from Jess. We can book this from PFC, but once we're already booked, aren't we?
Yeah, correct. So once the holiday is booked and confirmed and you've got a confirmation, then guests can call up and add on their excursions before they travel, so they know that they booked in and they're going. Because they do, like you said, they do sell out really quickly. Some of the Huskies and the snowmobiling, they're really popular ones.
Yep, and snowball. Oh, a snowball fright, definitely. I'm up for the snowball fright. That'd be fun. And what you have on board also, David, please talk us about it. We have this incredible coastal experience team on board.
That's it, yeah. And the great thing about Hurtigruten, and something that makes us so unique and so different from any other cruise line out there, is that everybody on board has to speak Norwegian. And as both myself and Jess have said earlier, it's not an easy language to learn. So most people on board are actually Norwegian themselves. And the great thing about this is that they're Norwegians. This is their country, and they're excited to show you where it is that they live. And we have a very unique working pattern on board. Now, if you've been on a cruise before, you'll start to see that this is very different from a regular cruise. And that's because the people that work on board our ships only work for 4 weeks. Then they're off for 4 weeks. Then they're back on for 4 weeks. And what basically happens is that they work on board the ship. When they start to get to that time of being a little bit tired, need a rest, they're back off and they're back at home with their families. They're back at homes working in their farms or working in their fisheries or working with their businesses, and then after 4 weeks they're fresh and ready and they're back on that ship again to show you their backyard.
Wow. And David, can you ask us, please, can you explain where we can find the information for excursions and the pricing? Whereabouts can we find that, please?
Yeah, certainly. So if you've got your hand on one of our brochures, which you can pick up, then you'll find it in there. But also our website does have information. But also the guys at PFC, they'll be able to give you some more information about it as well. But don't worry, if you're not a dog slayer or snowmobiler, don't worry that you don't think you're going to have to be doing all of that. There are different levels of excursions as well. You don't have to be all-out adventurer.
Fantastic. And again, folks, if you've got questions, you want to say hello, please do it. This is the opportunity to do it. Just to give you an example, there is the wonderful, the Kong Harold. That is the ship we're going to be on. And sauna and fitness room, yeah, the Explorer Lounge, the outdoor hot tubs. That sounds great. These are some of the cabins to expect, and these are sort of photographs. You can see it, and look at that. I mean, that is absolutely stunning.
She looks lovely. She's recently had a refurb, hasn't she, Dave?
That's right. Yeah. So it's all of the ships we've got have had a refurb, but this particular one will have a refurb straight before you guys get on board as well. So it'll be looking fresh and smart and ready to kick on for the season.
The food looks amazing, by the way. I got to say that. It looks absolutely stunning, David. It really does. And this is changing.
The food is something we're proud of. It's called the Coastal Kitchen Experience, and we have some of the best chefs from Norway working on our ships because they want to work where the food is at the freshest. And our ships are going into all of these different ports, and every day we have the local producers, the local fisheries come into our ships with the fresh produce, and that's what you're going to be served that day. And the chefs just love having the fresh food to be able to serve to the customers.
Fantastic. We're going to go to the questions in a minute. Just going to paint the picture just to show you folks, just very quickly clicking through the photos we have. I mean, you know, on board there's going to be obviously all kinds of chats as well, experts on board. We've got the coastal experience team, and this is some of the scenery. That is just stunning, and we are going the right time of the year. Wow. I mean, this literally is a once in a lifetime opportunity, folks. Thank you so much to Hurtigruten to allow us to do a hosted cruise, a solo hosted cruise on it. There she is as well. And that's an overview. Now, to do that, just to very, very quickly go through again, you know what the deal is, folks. That is the itinerary, a fantastic itinerary. But look at that. That is an absolutely fantastic deal. Please give the team a call. The team can get you booked. They are waiting right now to get you booked to come and join us. Open until 7 o'clock tonight, folks. Right. Thank you so much, David, and just on that. We're now going to go to some of the comments and some of the questions. We have a few, and then we will go back and go through everything again. So, if you're watching on Facebook, you can say hello, you can ask a question. You're watching on YouTube, and make sure, and you're subscribed to our channel, you can also do exactly the same thing. So, Irene, wonderful Irene, who looks after cruises for solos. Thank you, Irene. You are so appreciated. Who says morning. We have Caroline, who says hi. How you doing? Hi. Luke from PSC is watching. He's in the green room, keeping an eye on everything. Absolutely fantastic, Luke. He's ready to take the bookings. Champagne and cruising. I saw the Kong Harold in Tromsø, a gorgeous ship. Yeah, the ship looks absolutely stunning. Irene says she's been to Tromsø but didn't see the lights. Well, hopefully we have an amazing opportunity to see the lights on that one. We're certainly, I'll talk about that, how that works as well, David, as well. Is this an expedition cruise? So how would you describe it? How would you describe the cruise?
Yeah, so we have a sister part of our company, if you're referring to that, which is the Expeditions, HX, and it's not that. This is the Hurtigruten coastal experience. It's not an expedition as such, but it is for people that want to experience Norway like a Norwegian. So very, very authentic, eating like a Norwegian, traveling like a Norwegian, but seeing places that no other cruise line can get to, just because the ships are of a size that gets you right into the small fjords and around the small little small coastal areas that no other ship can get to. So not an expedition cruise per se, but for people with an adventurous mindset, definitely.
We will be exploring, folks. Some of these ports we go into as a group, we're going to actually go, okay, let's get off together and let's explore together. So we will be doing our own expeditions as well, as such, having fun and see where we end up. Margaret says, morning, Pete. How you doing? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to move Jess up here. So it's me who gets over there. So that's, I think everyone's really happy now. Great question from Judith, David. Yeah. Are there wildlife experiences in the excursions?
Yeah, well, absolutely. So you'll be seeing lots of wildlife when you're there as well. So the cruise that I was on recently, we saw some amazing wildlife and lots of different sort of birds of prey in some of the places that we went to. We were looking out for whales, seals, and all sorts as well. So if that is what you like, if that's your thing, you're very much interested in wildlife, then that could be the whole cruise itself. Just looking at that, there will be excursions that will take you to various places to see various wildlife. And also, we didn't really mention it, but the Coastal Experience team do spend quite a bit of time the day before you're going somewhere, talking exactly like this picture here, talking about the place that you're going to. They're going to be explaining, right, tomorrow we're going to here, and this is what you can expect. This is what you're going to see. We'd recommend you doing this if this is what you want to do. We'd recommend you doing that if this is what you're interested in. So the day before is all about gathering that information, but also that day, that evening, is all about talking about what you did that previous day as well. So you can recap. Maybe there's things that you missed that you just didn't have a chance to do that other people on the ship did. So you feel like you've experienced a whole rounded experience because of that. So the lectures the day before are great. They really, really help you with the rest of the cruise coming up.
Fantastic. Would there be British food on offer? And is there a buffet, says Irene? I think, Irene, you tempted?
Yes, the food. Well, as I say, the food is phenomenal. I'd say I'm a bit of a foodie. I do like my food, but I'm not the most adventurous. And I like to try and keep with what I know. So really, when you come to the buffet, it's such a wide range of food that you've got there. There will be something for everybody, and there's a buffet for breakfast and lunch, and then for the dining experience in the evening, it'll be a sit down dining experience, and there's plenty to choose from as well. You can probably tell by looking at me on the TV here. I've put on a bit of weight in my 6 days that I've been away, and that's just down to the wonderful food that was on board. It was great. Always have the soup. Just whatever it is, have the soup every single day. One day, all I ate was soup.
Wow.
Still put
Good
weight.
tip.
That is a wonderful tip. This is a question for you, Jess. Where do we fly from?
Yeah, so we've got Gatwick, Heathrow, and Manchester included in the price. And we've also got indirect regionals from Bristol, Bournemouth, Leeds, Bradford, Newcastle, Glasgow, and Birmingham. So there's quite a range of airports from all over the country. So we'll have Gatwick and Heathrow, I believe, will be direct, won't they, Dave, into Bergen? And then all the others are indirect.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Owen also asks, is there entertainment in the evening? It's us, isn't it, basically, on that one? I won't be singing. I'm the entertainment, but I promise I won't be singing, yeah? Anyone's ever heard me sing? I'm the worst singer in the whole world. It's good. The entertainment is where we're going to, isn't it? And then going on top deck to see the Northern Lights and everything like that, David, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the entertainment is the destination. I've worked for sort of big cruise lines that have rock climbing walls and ice skating rinks and all of that. You won't find that on the Hurtigruten, because this is not a cruise per se. This is a tour of the coastal areas, and you'll be exhausted come the evening with all the bits that you'll be doing in the daytime. You'll be planning what you're going to be doing the next time, and you'll be eating lots of soup and other various great food in the buffet. So what I found every night last week, so I was on there for 6 days, in the evenings was just so nice to relax, read a book, plan what you're going to be doing the next day, meet these fantastic new people that you've been experiencing once in a lifetime experiences with, so chatting in the bar. But if you want to do, there's gyms, there's sauna on board, and there's a hot tub as well. If you're brave enough to get in an outside hot tub in the winter in Norway, go for it. Yeah, that's where people be entertaining everybody in the hot tub.
I will be, yeah, with my soup, with my bowl of soup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity. It really is. I mean, I just cannot wait to do this. Lynn is absolutely gutted, by the way. As she says, hopefully something else. If I once in a lifetime, Lynn, and it's these things come up every so often, and what a great opportunity for it to come up. It really, absolutely is. So, folks, David, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming on and explaining all about this absolutely incredible cruise. There was so much we wanted to talk about that I'm sure we've forgotten something. I have no doubt we have forgotten something, but this is a great opportunity just to go through very, very quickly again what we're talking about. We're talking about the 8th of January. There she is. We can be on board. That is the incredible itinerary. That's where we're going, through the Arctic Circle. I cannot wait for that ceremony. Really intrigued to see what happens. No tipping policy. It's for absolutely brilliant. Complimentary Wi-Fi. That's an overview. But the most important thing, that is the incredible deal. Absolutely incredible deal. That is the phone number to call. We've got one more comment very quickly. Are there any other dates available, asked Jennifer. On the hosted side of things, I'm not sure on that one.
No, I mean, we had one for 2026, which sold out, I think, within 48 hours. So we're expecting this one to be very popular too. So if you're thinking about it, just do it, because you might be disappointed. But we don't have any more pending at the moment for this one.
Fantastic. Great. Folks, I cannot wait to do this. I cannot wait to experience this once in a lifetime opportunity. David, thank you so much for coming on to explain. It's been absolutely fantastic. I'm just excited and counting down the hours right now. Jess from PFC HQ, thank you so much again. You know, really appreciate the time. Luke from PFC, who's in the green room. Thank you, Luke. Obviously, you're there, you know, just to help guide it. Thank you to CJ, who's produced everything, who's been in the background the whole time. And thank you mostly to our members who are still watching. And thank you to our members who get an opportunity to book this absolutely once in a lifetime cruise. Thanks, folks. Bye.
Bye.